Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your May 2020 Love Life reading. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, for sticking it out while I was gone. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for everything. This is going to be your love life reading for May 2020. Your general will be separate, and it will be probably posted up within the next week or so while I get everyone's love life reading. I do have personal readings that I'm working on. And I now have my Patreon channel. So if you're interested in the extended readings that go beyond what I bring to you on YouTube and bonus readings, you'll have full access to all that on Patreon. So to book a personal reading or to join my Patreon channel, the link is in the description box below. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of May 2020. I want to say a big shout out and thanks to Aggie for being my very first patron. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you. I'll also be doing lives over there and bonuses, and we'll be opening up, the forum there to more than just tarot readings. So I want to give a big thanks to all the first responders, all of you on the front lines that are working during this tough time. I appreciate you, and I wish you so much love and blessings and healing and strength and courage to keep on going and doing what you need to do. I thank you for your support, for all your hard work. So this keeps popping out. Obviously, this is meant for someone. Someone here needs to heal some family issues, whether if it's in the family unit, you're divorced, you've got kids, trying to, make ends meet, trying to... I'm seeing like still having to deal with baby mama issues, baby daddy issues. Also hearing like maybe you've got a meddling ex-mother-in-law who's still causing drama with, whenever you have to take the child over to visit, things like that. There always seems like there's something new. Ooh, you got a lot of negativity around you when it comes to that. And that... returns to you when your child comes home and they're not feeling themselves, things like that. There's a lot of healing that definitely needs to take place. Also feel that for some of you, the healing family issues is, well, some of you need to free yourselves, is the unresolved family dysfunction that maybe you were raised around, that you has been resurfacing, like especially if you're quarantined with family members, you are having a tough go at it. All right. So let's see. I'm going to extend over on Patreon for that healing family issues. I feel that I really need to dive a little deeper with that. This is going to be a quick reading for your love life for singles and couples. And I know you guys know me, that have been following me for a long time. I tend to go on for a long time. So instead of giving you like one super long reading, I'm just going to extend them over to Patreon. So thank you guys once again. If you're new to me, welcome. I know sometimes I ramble a little too much. And sometimes I may have some quiet moments and pauses, and that is because I'm receiving messages. So let me have a card for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign singles. Children. That was the energy I was picking up. If you're single, going through a divorce, separation, maybe you've already been divorced or separated for quite some time, not with your baby mama, not with your baby daddy, but they're still, I feel like this person just gets to you through your children. Your children are the one that are suffering, unfortunately. Capricorn couples, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, committed, married, in-betweener, situationships. Apply it to your situation if one or both of these readings are for you. Engagement. So your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Be it that you finally decide, let's get engaged, let's move in together, let's just be exclusive, whatever it is on your level of commitment. This is you know, an opportunity for the two of you to take your relationship to a higher level. So if you're in a situationship or like, you know, talking to someone, something really casual, in the month of May, you're going to decide that, well, maybe I don't want to just be, you know, friends with benefits. Maybe I don't want to just be your friend or in the situationship. Maybe I want us to be exclusive. Maybe I don't, you know, maybe I can't stand the thought of you with someone else. Or if, you know, if this is someone that you've been dating, maybe you decide you're spending quarantine together and they kind of are spending more time at your place and you decide, you know, we should make this a regular thing and actually live together. And here's a key to my place. So that could be a really, really big deal for some of you Capricorns. You know, and then on the other hand, there's those that are already at that point and you just decide, you know what, let's just get married. Courthouses are open now to get married, right? Let's just go. Why wait? Either way, Capricorn couples, you are taking your relationship to the next level, whatever that may be. I also feel if you were in a situationship and then somebody got knocked up, you're going to make this a serious thing. Just have to throw that out. It's also 10:10 p.m. on my clock, so you might want to look up what that angel number means. It could be some significant meaning for you. So let's clarify for the singles with the children card. Your love life is being affected by children. Ooh, those flew out. Page of Pentacles. Maybe you're expecting a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn baby. Maybe you have an earth sign child. And again, if you were in a situationship or something casual and somebody comes to you and says, you know, I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but guess what? I'm pregnant. And you realize, oh man, I got to do right by this person. I'm going to be there for you and let's make this a relationship. And that's, in essence, this child brings about a steady relationship, a consistent relationship. So the Five of Cups flew out. So perhaps somebody wasn't too keen on this to begin with. Like they didn't want a child or a pregnancy to be the reason why somebody decides to be serious. But, you know, sometimes men need that push. I don't condone it. I don't encourage it. But I'm just saying from certain friends of mine that I know. And I don't know about you guys. I'm not like, don't think that's going to fix problems, okay? Six of Wands and Six of Pentacles in reverse also flew out. 2 6s. So a sense of instability, not being able to figure out how to make ends meet. And wow, I just heard, how am I going to explain this to my family, to my parents, to my other children, that I've got another kid on the way and this isn't going to go over very easily. Okay, so let's continue with the singles and the children card. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is like a decision that was made pretty quickly, pretty abruptly. Okay, so like maybe you, whether it's you or the other person, weren't taking this relationship or partnership all that seriously. And then you discover that there's a child on the way, a pregnancy, and you're like, okay, let's move forward. You have to go from a page to a king in a matter of like seconds, because it's like your back is up against the wall. If this is for the Capricorn male. If this is Capricorn female and your back is up against the wall and you got to figure out how you're going to tell this person, hey, we're about to be parents, and maybe you're not ready to be parents. This causes a new beginning in your life, and it's time to put that singlehood, singledom to an end. Look at that. Another page. Maybe it's that, our kids are not going to get along with each other. How do we break it to them? I feel like you may be dealing with an air sign child, quite rebellious, who want, oh my God, and now they're upright. 6 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands. Yeah. So you're trying to figure out how you're going to bring it to your family. Maybe you have other children. Maybe your partner has other children and it's like, how do I tell them? You're going to get some rebellious nature and almost like appalled by you. I feel like they're mad. Like, how can you be so irresponsible type, you know, behavior from a child who's kind of rebelling and acting out, not happy about this? If they're not already like a rebellious teenager or like a total pill, I feel like they're going to be even more demanding of your time and energy. And it's like me, especially air sign child. Okay. Yeah. I don't care if you're having another kid. It's all about me. Me. I need to be at the forefront. I'm the oldest. I'm the one that's got to be it. So this may be affecting your love life, especially maybe you're not expecting someone new, but if you are now single and you're a single parent, maybe you have shared custody, it's really, really hard for you to date or get to know or start something new or a relationship because your child is just at that rebellious teenage stage where you're just like, oh my God. I almost even feel like they have major emotional up and downs. If you're dealing with a female, like you have a daughter, they could be nice and sweet 1 minute and then all of a sudden it's like this whole other person. Especially in their teenagers, if they're PMSing, you know. And then there are the, you know, teenage boys who are just going to act out, can be rude, disrespectful, not following the rules type thing. Probably, I'm feeling this energy of your child like ignoring you most of the time until you start giving your attention elsewhere. Maybe you're talking to someone, maybe you're texting someone, messaging someone, and then it's like, me, get off the phone. That's all you do, even though that's probably everything that they do. Wow, that's a tough one, Capricorn. All right, let's see. Capricorn couples, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So like I said, if you guys were a situationship or maybe something casual, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, I'm knocked up. They're knocked up. We're expecting. How do I break it to them? They're not going to believe me. We're in quarantine. New beginning. Looking towards the future. This person may be between 1 and 3 months pregnant. And they're holding back a little secret. It finally comes out. It gets exposed. And it's like, hey, I have something to tell you. And in return, you're like, okay, I guess we're going to make this work. I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. And I also heard I'm going to do this right this time. I feel like you're at a crossroads. Look at that. I'm seeing the Two of Wands, but but it's not coming out. I really feel like you're at a crossroads. Two tens at the end of the road, and you're just like, I know this isn't the way I wanted to manifest things. I know this is not the way I wanted a relationship to happen. But now I've got a heavy plate on me. One last card, and then we'll clarify these with the 2 different scenarios I'm getting. And there you go. Beautiful. So a lot of passionate energy, creative new endeavors, new beginnings. This is great. This is like a clean slate, new beginnings for some of you that are just like, we're going to quarantine together. And so it becomes a sort of a deeper connection to your relationship. Maybe it was something casual and they started spending a lot more time with you, or you with them at their place. And then it just started evolving into something new that made you realize, you know what, I want more of this. And you start thinking about your future and what's to come. And at some point, you have this realization that, you know what, it's time we make this a little bit more serious and move towards something together. We build a future together. We move in together. We get married. This is, you know, elevating your relationship to some higher level. I can't get rid of that feeling of, if this was something casual that ended up being something more serious because you discovered that they're pregnant or you're pregnant. And so then they make this proposition that, you know what, let's give it a shot. I know we've been casual, but I want to do this right. I want to be there for you, and I want to be there for the baby. Vice versa. Remember, it's general reading. Apply the role to your situation wherever you land here. Don't force a message, but you know what I mean. And maybe this is something that you or they were afraid to bring about. But it's definitely new beginnings. I'm also hearing perhaps it was during Pisces season. Pisces Aquarius season. The last time the two of you interacted. That created this new life. But it wasn't serious at the time. And so you felt like you're on your own, they're on their own. You're moving on to, you know, see what's out there. But very quickly, once this came about, you're discovering you've got to take it to a whole nother level. Right? Okay. I feel like I need to just get a couple cards here from the Kipper. Let me have a card for the Moon and the Eight of Cups, please. At a distance, make-believe, fantasy world, fantasy life. The High Honor card flew out. One more. Again, I'm pretty sure I said this, but it's like wanting to do the honorable thing here. I'm going to warn you, if you're doing the honorable thing because they're pregnant, it's going to take some adjustment. You're going to want to walk away a few times. And if this is what you really want to do, you got to work it out and stick it out. And if it's not something that you're up for, really think about it. One more card, please. Because with the distant horizon, I feel like it's something about the distant future that has you in this fantasy world that everything's going to work out no matter what because you're doing right by them, you're being honorable, or you're hoping that they're doing right by you. But then you realize maybe it's not what you want. Yeah, imprisonment, wealthy man. So if you're after a wealthy man and you're thinking that I'm going to fake this pregnancy or I'm going to get pregnant and it's not really theirs, I'm just letting you know they're smart enough to make sure you get a DNA test, or, you know, vice versa. Smart enough to get a DNA test before you put any more money or time if this isn't what you truly want, if you have doubts. I hate to say that, because I hate to think that there are people like that. It's also feeling like I've created the situation and now I'm stuck with it, and maybe it's not the situation I wanted to be in long term. I thought it was. I thought this was the perfect person for me. They got their shit together. I got my shit together, whatever it might be. You're thinking, you know, financial long-term stability, but then you realize it's not as it seems. Okay. One more card for the Eight of Cups, and then we'll be done. Yeah, that's a Tower moment. So you will come to a realization that this connection and, you know, trying to make it work and trying to keep them by you and, you know, making them kind of commit to you not so much willingly, but you know that they're such a good person, or maybe they come from a traditional family that they're going to want to do right by you, or maybe they've done this in the past with someone else, and so you think that's the exact way I'm going to, you know, keep this person, or vice versa. You're the cross watcher, you're the Capricorn, whichever. It's definitely going to cause an awakening, a tower moment. Things will just end up falling apart, because if you create a false start like this, it's bound to fall apart unless you get grounded, unless you're both on the same page. So if you both really want this, I really, really suggest that you both get on the same page. So do whatever you guys want, but I do see things falling apart and not, you know, maybe not following through if you're not on the same page. Don't assume they're always going to keep going, because everyone has their limits and their boundaries. Okay, so Capricorn, thank you so much. Lots of love sending your way. Stay safe. You know, make sure that you guys just always stay safe. And I wish you all the best. I'll be having your general reading coming out soon. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Double tap that bell when you subscribe. And the sign with the most views and the most likes will get an extended bonus reading the following month. Okay, so have a wonderful rest of the month, Capricorn. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Main energy I was getting in that reading was, you know, if you've gone through a separation, you got baby mama issues, baby daddy issues, child issues, you know, because I had very prominent, like a rebellious teen type energy, someone who, and don't fault yourself or your child. Definitely has to do with childhood issues, whether this is you or your child. Maybe this is, you know, some sort of trauma or dysfunction from your childhood that has been ruminating in your heart, in your soul. The way that you have been with your children or your partner's children. I feel because it's the only example that was set forth. Enough is enough. The cycle stops here. So how teachable are you? And we also have the card of sexuality. So now this card is very important, and I'm going to separate this from these because I feel that this card of healing family issues, and we're talking about sensitive matters here.